Facebook to the other things that we're doing. So if we are doing offline marketing, if we are doing pay-per-click campaigns, if we are doing SEO or email marketing, how could all this stuff be integrated together? Here's a simple example, and again, you could speak to your local WSite consultants to see how this could fit. But in most cases, if you have a blog, this could be applied to anybody that has a blog. So if you have a blog, here's the back end of our blog, and typically, you'd write your title, you put in your information, you'd hit publish, and your blog would get published to your blog page for the whole World Wide Web to see. But we don't want it to stop there. So there's tools and systems in place that we could create and design to have all these networks speak to each other. So ideally what you want to do is once you actually post something on your blog, you want to have it automatically be fed to, for example, your Twitter page. So it turns into a tweet, and there's a link back pointing to your blog. And at the same time, it gets uploaded or published right to your Facebook business page. So for example, if I was a restaurant and said, hey, today's our Customer Appreciation Day, type in this promo code and get 10% off, and I hit send, that will automatically get published to my connections on my blog, on my website, on my Facebook page, on my Twitter page, on my email marketing campaign. So you're reaching out to your customers all at once without repeating the same message again and again. So this is really how the system and technology could be set up. And really, if we look a little into the future of where Google is going with this and where search engine optimization is going with this, this stuff is key. So if you have got a piece of content on your website, Google is checking to see, well, how many people are bookmarking this website? How many people are adding it to their favorites? Did you make an article out of it? Did you make a press release out of it? Did that turn into a blog post? Did that turn into a tweet? Did that get published to your Facebook page? How many people are retweeting it? How many people commented on your Facebook page? How many people have shared it, rated it, embedded it? Whatever terminology you want to use. But the key thing is how much is that piece of content now traveling across these social sites, and what are people responding to it? Because the more people that rate, comment, share, embed, and so forth, that's telling Google that your content is valuable, it's relevant, and that's going to be a huge part of their algorithm. I mean, it's kind of interesting because before when we talked about SEO, we were always worried about duplicated content, and we would always say, look, if you got a page of content and you publish it on another website, Google will sort of give you a slap and you get penalized for it and they don't like it, which is still the case. They don't. They don't want you to just simply take your content and copy and paste on all these different websites. But they understand from a social standpoint that these messages are supposed to be, being traveled across and being syndicated. That's normal. So you don't get hit with like duplicated content. In fact, this works to your benefit. The more it's traveling, the more useful it is, the more visibility you're going to get, the more exposure you will get, and the better the ranking benefits will be for you. So what I'll do is, just for the sake of time, I'm just going to finish up with a quick case study here, and then I'll leave it open for any questions that people have. There's different case studies that, even on the white paper there that we had. A good one was Burger King. They thought of it a little bit from a viral perspective. They had a campaign that was called the Whopper Sacrifice, and they pretty much said if you defriend 10 of your friends or delete 10 of your friends, that they would give you a Whopper. So, you could just see how that stuff goes viral, and it got people excited just to delete their friends for a Whopper. In this example, here's a store, IKEA, that was opening up, and during the first 2 weeks, they uploaded 12 pictures of their showroom to their Facebook business page. So here were the pictures, and what they did was they ran a contest that said the person that tagged their name on a product won it. And what I mean by tagging is, for those people that are not familiar with Facebook and the terminology, is if somebody uploads a picture, for example, if Justin uploads a picture of the entire WSI team and it has all these people there and I'm one of them, I could actually draw a box around my face inside that picture and tag it with my name saying Baltej Gill, so all my friends and networks could see, hey, I'm inside this picture somewhere, and they could see exactly where I am. So that's what tagging means. So they use that same functionality and said, look, just instead of tagging your photos, tag products and tag it with your name, and we will give you that product. So this sample, somebody was tagging the lampshade here, somebody tagged the bed, the walls, the desk, the chairs, the carpet, everything, and you could just see how the demand for these pictures grew quickly. This stuff went viral. People were talking all about this, and the pictures spread to thousands of people. Because every time somebody would tag their own photo of inside that picture, Just like how somebody, I gave you the example of how somebody would join your event, that gets pushed to your network, the same way that this information that, hey, this IKEA event, Baltej has tagged himself on the chair and he's won the prize, that would get sent out to my friends through my network, through different links, through the news feed in Facebook, through links and so forth. So you could just see the type of viral effect that this had on the campaign as the overall run. And the end result was, I mean, if you look at traditional marketing, instead of IKEA saying, look, here's some banner ads, if you're interested in a product, go ahead and click on it and go buy it, you know, they leveraged the functionality of Facebook. Remember, they never did anything custom or didn't have to do any programming. This already existed inside Facebook, but they put a unique spin to it where people added their name to the catalog and they were spreading the IKEA brand for them on their behalf. So again, this is a unique and a creative example. So it's not going to fit everybody's business model here on the call. However, I mean, if you want an idea of how you could still leverage Facebook or how you could grow your fan base or how you can make it go viral or whatever your goal may be, speak to your local WSI consultant and we could help come up with an idea or a campaign or a strategy that could help fulfill you those goals. So I'll leave it at that and I'll pass it over now, I guess, to Justin, who's going to be, I guess, letting me know some of the questions that have been coming through.
Yes, excellent job there, Baltej. That was fantastic information, and the feedback that I'm looking through on the chat is responding to the same. A lot of questions regarding where the attendees can get this webinar, the recorded version or a download of the PowerPoint slides. I just want to remind those attendees that you should be going back to your WSI consultant that referred you to the webinar for this content, and obviously our consultants know where to get that information. There are some particular individual questions that I'd like to ask you, Baltej, that have come through, and we are going to do this in first come, first served basis because of the limited on our time restraints. It is already nearly 2 p.m. The first question on the list is, what is the source for your statistics when you gave the 91% that click through to the second page on Google and then only 99% don't click on through to the third page?
Right, so this is going back to when someone does a search in Google, 91% of traffic does not go past page 1 and 99% does not go past page 3. I could double check, I believe that was from Marketing Sherpa or Marketing Experiments, and that was as of beginning of last year. I could double check that. I don't just have, I apologize, I don't have exactly the source at the top of my mind.
And we've also got a lot of questions referring to the same theme. What is the difference between a Facebook business page and a Facebook fan page and a Facebook group, if you can explain?
Okay, so the Facebook business page and the Facebook fan page, that's the same thing. So they're just two different words for the exact same thing. A Facebook group, that's something that we haven't talked about here, particularly because it's not really meant for business owners. So if I had, for example, a study group that I'm working with and I want to, just collectively put that group together, or if I've got like a committee at a church and I want them together in one area where we share our thoughts and ideas, that's where that group comes in handy. But from a business perspective, the Facebook page, it has all the same bells and whistles that the group has, but from a business perspective, remember those things that we talked about, how you can integrate it with your Twitter, with your YouTube, build some custom landing pages, get a vanity URL, all those other elements, that's only available in the Facebook fan or business page. So that's why the presentation was focused on that.
Thank you, Baltej. Another question regarding vanity URLs. Should the vanity URL be your company name or actually a keyword phrase? Obviously, we talked about keywords being in domain names and page names earlier, but what about the vanity URL?
Absolutely, and I mean, this always comes in, and it's not just to do with Facebook. This is the same thing to do with YouTube, same thing to do with Twitter. You always, always, always want to stick to your branded name, because people might be searching for your branded company on Facebook. They might be searching for your branded company on Google. Now, one of the key things is, remember the example I gave where we uploaded that video inside our fan page, and that got a page 1 ranking. So you want to make sure your keyword phrases, whatever you're trying to rank for, those become tweets or blog posts or videos inside your shell. So whether you're using your Facebook or your